welcome to another video. On this video we'll give an update of our plants and what they're growing, what's growing well, what's sort of mediocre and what's died. And there has been a couple of deaths in our family of plants. But first of all, like any gardener, got to do a bit of a clean up. So we'll go around and trim all the garden beds up, and yeah, and then we'll get into the video of some updates and a few other things that are around. Alright. And that's as easy as that. It's all cleaned up now, and yeah, we'll get into the next part of the video. Alright, before first up we'll show you the seedlings that I've grown from seed. I've actually had a fairly good strike rate, or should I say growth rate. Probably had about 80% of our seeds come up that we put in. These will go into the ground probably another week, 2 weeks time. Some will go in a bit earlier. Most of them are getting their true leaves now, like on the tomatoes. They got their true leaves coming through. The beetroot, the same thing, the true leaves. We've got corn that's growing quite well. It's coming up nicely. Got watermelon here. Didn't have a real good strike rate on the watermelon. Only had 4 come up, or 5 come up that we put in out of 10, so that was not really good, but you know, it's okay. Yeah, got the cucumber there, watermelon, got the tomatoes over here. I think we got our soil. I think I got the soil a little bit too wet and got a bit of root rot. But they've dried out a little bit now, and we've sorted that out. And they have taken off really good. Yeah, got a good strike rate of our beetroot over here. Tomatoes here didn't really come up except for one. Did really well. I've just finished transplanting all these lettuce here. They had a really good strike rate, so I'll put them out into individual pods to get them up, and then they'll go out into the garden when they go. Pumpkin, just a Jap pumpkin. That's, yeah, every single seed that we planted of them come up, so we're going to have pumpkin growing out of our ears. Yeah, these lettuce I transplanted probably 3 or 4 days ago. Some of them have died off a little bit, and purely I think I just wet them too much. So the ones now that I haven't watered them a bit, and actually today is quite warm here, so I got up to about 21 degrees, so I put them out in the sun to dry up a little bit, and they're really shot off. So yeah, if these will start going out, probably the corn will go out probably in another week's time. See how they go. I have got backup crops in there that will grow from seed, and they're starting to pop up as well. And just a bit of a backup if some of these decide to die. So yeah, I'll give you an update when we put these in the ground, and yeah, so happy days. Alright, so in this garden we'll give you an update of how things are growing, what's died in the garden. This garden's been really good. It's taken away really well. So we've got our broccoli here, which is a green dragon. That's really starting to take off with this warmer weather that we've had the last couple of days. The next here we've got cabbage, which is a mini leprechaun variety. So they're starting to grow quite well. Got some beetroot here, and I've just put a couple of little other beetroots in the middle there, just to sort of fill it up a little bit. We've got our carrots here, which have really started to grow quite nicely. Very happy. They're starting to green up, new growth. Hopefully we'll get some good carrots. In our pots here, we've just got our kale that's starting to get established now. New growth's been coming on that every day basically, so very happy with the way that's coming along. And then we go over to our garden that we've got here. We've got our 2 cauliflowers. That's our purple cauliflower up there, which seems to be growing a little bit better than the orange variety of cauliflower. Not sure why. It's the same dirt, maybe it's just the variety that it is. Then we've also got some mini leprechaun cabbage here. Those 4 plants, they're starting to take off. I've actually spread a little bit of that mulch away from the dirt to let the dirt warm up, or the soil warm up, get the roots a little bit warmer. So, and that's helped them. They've shot up since doing that. We've got rainbow chard here. I did have corn here. It died. We got a frost, and yeah, it didn't survive it. I had one survive, so I'm actually going to move that into another garden where I'm going to put some other corn. I just decided that yeah, I'm going to put corn elsewhere, so I'll put rainbow chard or silver beet, however you want to, whatever you call it. It's the same thing. So yeah, no, that just the rainbow chard's doing quite well. It's coming up. Needs a bit of a water, which will do that later. Our lettuce is starting to take off. I'm quite happy with the way that's going now. It was a little bit slow, but a little bit of warm weather has brought it up. So they're only a mini, like a baby combo lettuce, which, yeah, I'm actually not 100% sure how big they'll get, but we'll find that out. So yeah, that's that garden. I'm quite happy with it, except for the corn. Wasn't happy when the corn died, but hey, I probably put it in too early. I've got corn over there as seed. I did buy them as seedlings, so we'll see how it goes when we replant it elsewhere. This one here, This garden's doing okay. The big cauliflower in the middle's really taken off. Done quite well. It's pretty established now. Our strawberries there. This garden's going to be primarily strawberries and rhubarb when I'm finished. I just put that big cauliflower in the middle just to see and fill a bit of a garden up as we did it, but that's really grown quite well, so more than happy with that. Yeah, got rhubarb up here. The crowns are it's starting to come up now, so the crowns are starting to get lots of nice little new growths in them now. So they're settling in. Wait and see anything out of them this year, next year hopefully. Yeah, I put some sweet basil in these pots. Just a good thing. They'll go near my tomatoes and bring some good, yeah, they'll bring some good bugs into the mix when it happens. So we'll get them start sort of going. That'll fill that pot up, them pots up really well. So we're very happy with that. We go on to this next garden. This is again another garden that started to really take off quite nicely. So I've got 3 varieties in here. I bought the seedlings actually from Bunnings in a variety pack. So there is cabbage, broccoli and cauliflower in here. So that's obviously our cabbage. That would be our broccoli, and that would be our cauliflower. So they've done really well, or starting to do really well. I've got some spring onions in here. Look, they're starting to grow. I thought they would have been a fair bit. There might be something in the soil. I need to do a little bit more research of why that is. So look, if they don't go too much over the next couple of weeks, I'll probably end up just pulling them out or leaving them there, see what happens. But yeah, we'll cross that bridge when it happens. My peas are starting to really take off. They have been shooting to flower, but I've just been pulling the flower off of these so that they can put their energy into growing and climbing up, which they're starting to really grab onto the jute twine, which is really good, and this one's wrapping around the pole, so they're starting to come really well. Quite happy. Now that the weather's warmed up, they've really shot up quite well. So they're just a standard garden pea. I have got some snap peas and that over in the greenhouse to go. And as you can see in here, like the flowers that are starting to try and come out. So yeah, I've just been literally just breaking them off. And it can continue to grow because yeah, I'd like to get them right up. So yeah, I'm very happy with that little garden, except for the spring onion. Spring onion, not too happy about. It's probably not even meant to be in there. With peas, that might be a very good companion in that garden. This garden here, just put a couple of marigolds in. They got a little bit hit with the frost to start with. This one and that one up there, these are just new little seedlings that I've put in. They will come back. It'll be fine, and then they'll put a bit of nice colour in there, and some good bugs will come and be attracted. Just got a little strawberry in there to see how that goes. Our broad beans, in the last few days, they've started really growing. I've been very happy with how they're growing. They're starting to come up, especially some of these other plants. A lot of new growth sort of in them as well, like that's all new growth, so very happy. I think in a couple of weeks they'll start really bumping up. Then we move over to this garden, our in-ground gardens. This garden here, yeah, it was a bit of a disaster to start with. I put tomatoes in there, as you would be aware from when I planted it last. They all died. And that's my fault, beginning, frost, bit cold. So that's why I've got my other tomatoes over in the greenhouse to keep them a bit warmer until it warms up to come back out. But I've actually sprinkled carrots up here in this furrow, and I've sprinkled lettuce all the way along here, which the lettuce is starting to come up. You can see little seedlings coming up there. That's all lettuce. So I'm quite happy, and it is sort of all the way along there. I'm not seeing carrots yet. I don't think they'll be too far away. But yeah, no, they've been coming up quite, you know, I think we'll do okay there now. We go on to this garden. This was the first in-ground garden that we did. Our flowers are growing well. I have put a couple of other little marigolds in here. They're just getting established now, so they have died back a little bit until they get established. Our 20-cent plants from Bunnings that I picked up, our cabbage, red cabbage, yeah, they're picked up. They're really going good. New growth coming. They've grown. I'd expect these to keep going, so I'm very happy with that little. Julie, I tell a lie. That's purple cauliflower. So I did that. That's my cabbage. That's my cabbage there. So these are actually purple cauliflower that we got for 20 cents. So they've come up well. Put some snow peas in here to grow up. They're a fairly indeterminate plant, so they'll grow up to about 1.5 meters roughly. So yeah, they'll well and truly get up to about here, and I can continue going up if I need to when they vine up. They haven't looked back since I put them in the ground. They're looking really good. Getting new growth on those as well that I can see. So yeah, very happy. So yeah, and then we step over here to our very first garden that I did. And this garden's really doing well. It's probably been in there for about 6 weeks now. So we've got cauliflower along here, which is really looking good. And then here I have green dragon broccoli. So yeah, it's really growing well. This warmth is shot things ahead. I've got strawberries in over here. Now I'm not too concerned at the moment. I might have to move the strawberries because as a companion plant, from my reading and my research, broccoli and strawberries don't go well together as a companion plant. So I'm going to see how they go. That might be why they're a bit stunted, but they have had a bit of growth come onto them in the last week. So, and probably doubled in size. So we'll just see how they go. I think I'm going to move them, to be honest. And then next to it, I'll just put some more rainbow chard or silver beet. I like my silver beet, so yeah, and that grows really quite well. It's a pretty hardy plant too. Got some onions in there. I just sort of wanted to see how the onions went. They're starting to grow quite well. They're going to be a while in there. And then here we've got beetroot. That's really taken well. Can't wait to try this. I've never tried actual beetroot out of the garden, so even just eating the leaves and that would be quite interesting in salads and that. So I've planted them up all the way. Just got a little kale in there. See how that goes. Little strawberries in there. They're starting to really start to grow. A lot of new growth. Got a couple of little flowers in there with a couple of little strawberries that'll grow. We'll just see how they go. I'm not going to be pulling them apart too much, so they can do that. Yeah, potatoes are in here. Nothing's come up. I don't know what I've done wrong, if I've done anything wrong. I'll just leave them there. Maybe with the warm weather it'll start to fire things up, but yeah, I'm not 100% sure. So I'll just see how that goes. And then yeah, over into our greenhouse, just got our tomatoes. That one's grown really well since it's been in the greenhouse. That one's just a Roma tomato. Little flowers, which I'll pull that off at the moment because I prefer it not to want it to grow. And I have been pulling the little shoots that come in between there off because I don't want that. I want that to grow up. So I've been pulling them off in our greenhouse. I've got some that's corn. Put our sugar snap peas in. They're starting to shoot, which is good. Yeah, I've got sugarloaf cabbage in here as well. Got quite a few peas. I've got some baby beets that'll go in later on. Some capsicum. I have some more cauliflower up here for when the ones outside are done. Hopefully we can put them in and just keep it growing there, an all year round cabbage. And then I've got some just some marigolds that I was trying to grow from seed. These two little tomatoes down here, they were outside in the frost. I think I've saved them. They have got new growth coming up on them, so we'll just see how they go. If not, well, it's a learning lesson. Over here again, I got some more sugar snap seeds. I'll put more in than what I probably need, just so that I know that I get a strike rate and a growth. You know, and if some die, well, then we've got them to replace. And they're actually, yeah, these ones are starting to come up as well. You can see a very little shoot just there. Some more corn, sweet corn. We love corn here, so more corn the better, in my view. Straight off the cob, straight off the plant, yum. So got cucumber, that we'll put some more cucumber in, that's growing quite well. Then we have a watermelon. I'm just waiting to see if I can get some more of those up. But yeah, no, that's basically where we're at on our update. Things are growing well. I've had some failures, things have died, tomatoes, corn. It's what happens when you're learning. So yeah, we'll catch you on the next one.